Welcome, Spirit Bus 33 fam. Here we are again. We're going to take a little ride. Buckle up. Route 51 straight ahead.
Your spiritual beings having a human experience.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for having this earth experience. Same time as me. Let's start with taking a deep breath. So go ahead, wherever you're doing, wherever you're at, take a deep breath. Yes, releasing all that is not right here, all that is not present, all that is not in the now. Again, a deep breath. Let it out. Release your worries, your fears, the state of the world. For now, right now, you're just taking a little journey with me. You're taking a little ride down Route 51. You're present. You're calm. You're completely aligned in the now. If you're busy, up doing other things, multitasking, as you listen, I encourage you to stay present, or perhaps just be for the 20-ish odd minutes that we have together. For those that are sitting, being, do a little check-in. Do you need some water? Do you need your favorite drink? Socks? A blanket? Do you need to adjust the way that you're sitting? Are you comfortable? Good. Because now we're taking that exit. Mindfulness Boulevard. If you're familiar with mindfulness, groovy, awesome. Ask yourself, how often do you flow in a mindful state of awareness? If you're not familiar, well, mindfulness is a desired state of awareness. It's often chosen, learned, in observing of the self, noticing thoughts, emotions, sensations, not judging, but aware, curious. The practice becomes the ability to see yourself and others in a new light, with a calm, regulated flow. Mindfulness, it gives you the ability to recognize patterns in yourself and others that would often be blurred, dissociated, not seen without the practice. It allows you to take in each moment fully, to fully express yourself. It is the foundation of what I would say most treatment modalities in traditional mental health and holistic health. Dialectical behavioral therapy. Stop skill. Stop. Slow down. Take a moment. Observe. Proceed mindfully in the flow of wise mind thinking, not over in your emotional mind too much, not over in your logical reasoning mind too much, but that balanced, centered space in the middle, your wise mind. Cognitive behavioral therapy, consciously becoming aware of your thoughts, your behaviors, your reactions, being able to find the moment where you can slow down, reframe, replace, change reactions that you're not aligned with. EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, body scans. What do you notice? Breathing, visualization, helping manage emotions to assist with a calming presence during trauma healing. Holistic care, holistic modalities, meditation, yoga, journaling, breathing, tapping into your senses, mindful eating, mindful walking, mindful conversation, being mindful of your gifts. Speaking of gifts, and by gifts I mean the unique gifts you have that everyone has. Your unique expression, your unique vibration, frequency, expressed in the way that you talk, walk, decorate your avatar, work, the way you love, the way you create, perhaps your ability to connect with the unseen, or your ability to help people feel seen. Recognizing and fine-tuning these gifts does not occur without mindfulness. Heading back on to Route 51, what does it feel like to not be mindful? Funny, lack of mindfulness is being very identified with the mind, consumed by all the thoughts, emotions, reactions. It overrides your ability to feel like there's any other option. Adrenaline, cortisol, activated nervous system, hijacked frontal lobe, a feeling of being bombarded by self and others, by life. As if the highway had one pothole after another, but there was a smoother lane next to you. You're just not aware, or perhaps you are, but each time you switch lanes, your car keeps automatically pulling you back over where, yup, another fucking pothole. So you keep trying to switch lanes only to feel fatigue, frustration, irritable mood, as your car will not stay the course. I mean, the car is your mind, your mind's state of being. Practicing mindfulness, well, it trains your mind, your body, to be able to ride in the flow lane, the aware lane. It allows you to see that you're the driver. You have control. Allows you to be present when life throws you those curveballs, and it will. Mindfulness does not mean that life gets simple, does not mean that you will not feel harsh emotions. This is an earth experience. We get to feel all of the emotions. We have the capacity to feel all of them. It does mean that amongst the joy, amongst the sorrow, you have the awareness of what you're experiencing and how you react, and how your reactions impact others. It also helps connect you with your authentic self. Skirt. Left turn, exit 33, authentic boulevard. What is authentic? Well, it's a level of truth, realness, genuine. Well, it's not clouded by trauma responses, conditioned by self-doubt. It's freely you. It's not being identified with the chaos of the mind. It's your consciousness. Your consciousness expressing your human experience. Don Miguel Ruiz Jr., The Mastery of Self, shares, when you identify with the voice in your head, you confuse the narrator for who you really are and become its slave in the process. When the narrator speaks as your ally, you feel happy. And when the voice of the parasite, and reminder, he means the negative, shit talking, mean part of the narrator. When the voice of the parasite takes over, you become sad, you become depressed. But a master of self, you know that neither voice is ultimately you, as neither represents the whole of your authentic self. So, fam, getting to know your authentic self, it's a journey. It's not one that has any direct, exact directions. There's no map. You can receive some guidance, some help from others, but ultimately you create the path. And then you meet your authentic self over and over again. When you start to become aware, you see how one version of you turns into the next. And some versions might be so polar opposite that you may find yourself judged by others by the transformation. Imagine, if you will, transforming yourself in front of millions of people. The people become so accustomed to who you are, what you do, what you like, how you present yourself. And then you have a huge transformation. Maybe a changed life event, maybe a spiritual awakening. You start to talk different. You start to have different interests. You're no longer really into the things that you once did. Some people, they cheer you on. But there's a group of people. Who does she think she is? That's not her. Fake. Attention seeker. Liar. Mental. Is your new self not authentic? Absolutely fucking not. We are going to change. We're going to evolve. We're going to shift during this human experience. So for those of us that don't have a million spectators, there might just be a couple people that can't jump on board with your next favorite version of yourself. Sayonara. Adios. Hasta la vista. See you later. Why? Well, to truly be able to love others, we have to be able to love ourselves first. And to truly be able to love ourselves, we need to be as authentic as we can in this experience. And then here we are, back on Route 51, a mindful, authentic work in progress. But can we just speak the words and expect results? Likely not. This takes practice. Like anything else big that you're going to do, any other masterpiece that you're going to create over and over in slightly different ways, it takes practice. Knowing if yoga meets your needs, or what type of meditation works for you, or how to stay present when you're having a hard time, how to rewire your traumatized body, how to truly love yourself after years of doing the opposite. What foods help you stay present? A complete, in-depth research project, the most important one you'll ever do. And by the way, you're fucking worth it. And your authentic vibe, it is needed. If you need resources, reach out. If you need someone to work with and you're not sure how to go about that, reach out. There's many, many amazing coaches, therapists, mentors that hold space for you to piece together all the ingredients for your favorite self. It's the recipe of you. Don Miguel Ruiz, The Four Agreements. Always do your best. Taking action on your ideas. Doing your best means to take action. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without action upon an idea, there will be no manifestation, no results, and no reward. So remember, fam, becoming our favorite version of ourselves requires that we take action steps. If you're your favorite version of yourself and you feel you have no more work to do, then by means, enjoy it. I might call a little bullshit because I think we're constantly evolving, though. But for those of us that we know that we're still a work in progress. We know, that we want to shift this, heal this, step further into our power here. It won't happen without taking action steps. And in order to be able to take action steps, you need to know what the action steps are. And in order to be able to know what the action steps are, you have to be able to be mindful and slow down and observe and be able to reflect on the day before. What went great? Ooh, I love it when you say, oh, this went so great. That is my favorite version of myself right there. Ooh, I feel so aligned with that. But then we have to be able to look at the duality and say, right there, that's something I really want to work on. What was that? Interesting. So curious about that. Why did I dim my light around that person? Why did I become so anxious in that setting? And then we take these clues, we take these different experiences, and we start to work on mindfully observing them and transforming them and trying something new the next time. The next time I go into that store, I'm going to do this. The next time I'm with that person, I'm going, to present myself in a way that is more confident. Action steps. Emily Politer from the Tiny Buddha calendar. A self-care plan requires more than a checklist downloaded from Pinterest. It demands a life of inventory, identifying our our unmet needs, and taking the right actions to fulfill them. A reminder for those that get kind of trapped between mindfulness and self-care is we're not talking about, bubble baths and facials and pedicures. I mean, those are nice. Yes. Take care of your avatar, of course, but it's deeper than that. It is the inventory. It is observing. A reading from the Osho deck. First card, Creator. You are the creator of your earth experience. Now, I'm not dismissing our, belief system in this because it is completely intertwined. But we have free will here. No matter what your belief system is, I think that every belief system can agree that there is free will here on earth. We can get up and do pretty much whatever we want. Obviously there will be some consequences depending on what you choose to do. But we are the creator of our reality. So again, we can choose to do the same thing that we did yesterday. And if it's working, sweet. If it's not working, that will continue to be your life or aspects of your life. So when this card comes up, it's saying, you're in charge of creating your favorite version of yourself. You're in charge of how your earth experience goes, how you react to the wonderful, amazing things that are coming your way, how you react to some of the harder experiences here. Second card, Maturity. Recognize how far you've come. All the different versions that you've been before this one has been present right now. Make sure that you give yourself that validation. Boy, have you worked hard on yourself. Wow, you've survived 100% of your hardest days, and here you are. What an earth warrior. And how mature that you have become through all of those different circumstances. Mass card flowering. Your gifts are ready. The gifts that we were talking about before, you have them. You were born with them. This is a remembering of your true, divine, authentic self, your consciousness. So the gifts are ready to be seen. They're ready to be shared. They're flowered. Just taking the action steps into them. Conversations with Soul deck here. You are protected. When we start to step in to our authenticity, our healed self, our spiritual journey, there is a level of protection that's present. Ask for it. Ask to be protected. Ask to be guided. You're not alone. Spirit fam, I appreciate you. Thank you for taking a ride with me. Thank you for stepping on this spirit bus, being authentic, allowing all the different versions of me to unfold publicly through this lovely podcast experience. I appreciate you spending your precious energy here. Until next time.
Thank you for tuning in. Your spiritual beings having a human experience.